Alright, this is going to be a Blur Busters test of the HP X27i, not the Omen X27. Do not get confused between the two. This Blur Busters motion test is done on overdrive level 4. There is one step higher than that, which is level 5. But as you can see on the two medium colors, the trailing is really decent. The top one, it's got a little more against the darker background, but nothing crazy. Because for me, one of the biggest problems was scrolling text, how you would see, especially these thick, bold areas here. For me, on that AOC that I had, the black bled a lot. And here, it's non-existent. Moving shit around on the screen like you're file explorer stuff. Like you can just grab one and just move it around, and you can see how much it fucking does it. All right, so we're on Black Ops Cold War. And one of the things that was big for me was these jackets and everything on this shelf. And before, you would see all that black bleed whenever you did this, especially around this area. You would just see it become kind of like an ink blot when you moved it. And that does not exist anymore. It stays super crisp, and this is full 1440p, 144 hertz. And a lot of people were saying, oh, I have that same monitor in regards to the AOC, and they're like, I don't notice it. But I don't see how. Well, I think they're just not used to looking for it. That's the only thing I can think of. Where we can see the grass and all these trees. So before, whenever I barely move my mouse, the whole image would darken and re-brighten. Just based on movement, because it's trying to account for all the shadows and the blacks to readjust that. And this doesn't do it now. And then just in the movement, like these beams right here in the train car, you can see the shadows right here. Before, those would smear really bad. Now they're not doing it. And again, I'm on overdrive level 4 on this monitor. I'm not even at the highest. The highest, I've been told, would cause some overscanning instead of cutting out the trail. So I haven't really seen any need personally to put it anything higher than 4, because 4, I'm satisfied in what I need to do. Right now I'm going to bridge on customs so I can show you guys some tires that was incredibly noticeable before. So let's see. So these tires right here on this truck, like you can see the outlines of them. Before, just running towards them would cause, you would see like a crazy cartoony outline. Just running up towards them and moving around. That's not there anymore. Then I'll take you to the little, I guess you'd call it like a convenience store or whatever at the end of this bridge, and I'll show you something there. There was a really big one to me. And I don't think I got recordings of this, so it's going to be hard for me to compare it. But this is just for me to show you guys that there are decent quality 1440p monitors out there that are IPS panel if you want something. IPS is quicker than VA. It's not as fast as TN. But the big one for me here are these grates. Before, because of the shadows in between them, just moving this would be a muddy mess. It would be terrible, and now it doesn't do that. It's so good. And the fact that I can just move my mouse super quick to where the game engine doesn't have time to correct and then just redo the texture, and that's not muddy, is so good to me. Again, you can see the IPS glow. I can't see that with my eye. You can see it on camera. The IPS glow is actually a really common problem on this monitor. Most times you'll see someone talk about it, they're going to mention the IPS glow on the bottom right hand corner, which is what you're seeing down here. Again, you're only going to see it in the blacks and the super dark areas. Outside, that's not a big deal. But the second you walk into a dark area, it's visible on camera more so than it is to the human eye. But you can just see how it instantly changes. But yeah, so that's my little consumer review for the HP X27i. There's not a whole lot of reviews out there for this monitor. I know on YouTube, if you search for HP X27i, the Omen X27 is what pops up for this. And they're two different panels entirely, so the specs are not the same. So don't watch the HP Omen X27 videos thinking it'll be comparable to this. Yeah, so this monitor on Newegg is 400 bucks. Let's look at Amazon. Yeah, so this is what I paid for it right here at my local micro center. It's $329. For $329, it is the best budget 1440p monitor out there. I have no issues with that. Even the IPS glow down here on this corner does not bother me enough to where I'm like, damn, this monitor sucks. Because it's only noticeable in super dark areas, and that's depending on your viewing angle. If your monitor's higher up, you're not gonna see it as much. If you're one of those people that has your monitor like super close to your face for like competitive play or something like that, and you're kind of looking down at it, you will see that IPS glow more. But mine is actually, my monitor is further than my hand. I still have about 8 inches from my arm fully extended from my sitting position. So it's not something that I see pretty easily. But the lighting here, you can actually turn it off. I don't know why it shows green all the way across here. This does not happen. There's no lighting situation that I found where this lights all the way up. It's only this part. And I have it turned off. Because you can turn it off. You see it's not there on my monitor. I turned that off because it's only green. And I didn't want that. But for the money, if you're looking for a 1440p monitor that has good gaming performance, has good contrast ratio, so the darks are dark, definitely pick this up. Highly recommend it. Do not buy that AOC CQ27G2. Do not buy that monitor. I don't care if you're like, it's 300 bucks. This is 30 bucks more. This is $330. Buy this. Do not buy that AOC trash. Just don't do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped you out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.